Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, let me introduce myself first. My name is Rizky Kobella. I am from PBIB class, and on this video, I want to tell you my personal experience about learn reading narrative text when I was in high school. So, without further ado, let's start the video. So, first of all, I want to tell you my background schools. I went to a private high school with the accreditations, just a regular private school. So when I was in high school, my friends and I studied English. We studied English twice a week, and my teachers didn't really focus on English skills, such as like reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So at the time, I remember that English listened with a narrative text material. So at the time, my teacher only let me and my friends read by ourselves, and the teacher didn't directly teach us how to read with correct pronunciations or how to understand the meaning of the text. And then the teacher would just ask us to read one by one, and the other friends would listen. Then we were told to answer the questions what we were available in the books independently. So as a result, friends who were not interested didn't understand what was being studied. So guys, from my experience, if I am a teacher and if I am teaching reading skills, I want to make classes more interactive when learn English. So I have one strategy that I learned from my experience, and I can plan from reading some journal. So here my strategies. I think I want to use the group discussions method where children will discuss a narrative text together and then present what they understand, so that indirectly they also learn writing, listening, and speaking skills. And then of course there are strategic steps that I can plan. Namely, the first things is teaching, pre-teaching activity. In pre-teaching activity, I will provide an examples of a narrative text and explain that the important things, the important elements of narrative text, like the characters, like the settings, problems, and resolutions from the text, of course. And also, I can read the story loud with the correct pronunciations and ask the students to listen and repeat. By giving the examples and then reading for the student, I think I think the student will understand this context and the structure correctly from the story. Okay, after that, there are the second step. The second step is while teaching. In these steps, I will use a table that containing the important structures of the narrative text. And then I will give the student questions related to the text to make it easier for them to analyze and understand the content of the text. Then, in this step, I will divide the students into several groups and give each group a different narrative text and ask each group to discuss and analyze based on the important elements contained in the narrative text. And then after that, after the students have finished analyzing the narrative text, each group is asked to give a presentation. But I will use the role-playing technique for the presentations. So, students will have a role in their group so that all the students are active in this activity. And then the role-playing that can be used is window shopping. For example, a class is divided into 5 groups. Each group consists of 6 students. So then 3 students maintain the stance and are in charge of explaining their work result, and 3 other students will go around to the stance of the other groups to find information and take notes it. After all the groups have toured and obtained information, the students who have go around must share the results they have obtained with their group members. That way, all students will be active and get a lot of information and the stories. Okay, the last step is the post-teaching. In this step, I will reflect or provide assessment feedback to measure student understanding by using a quiz related to the text that has been studied. With this strategy, I hope students will be more interactive and will be more motivated in learning English, and learning will be not boring. Okay, that's all that I can say. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.